where good people have to worry about being considered a horrific person due to things they've never even done.
Just a Minx accuses Tectone of allegedly sexually assaulting and degrading his past partners. Twitch streamer and YouTuber Becca Just a Minx recently accused fellow streamer Tectone of abusive behavior with past partners in light of the latter's recently announced entry on Kick. She also made a mention about Tectone's father, who has previously been convicted in multiple counts of sexual assault. Just a reminder, this dude supports his father, who's a rapist and who got an anime tattoo to feel better after sexually assaulting and degrading his past two partners, but okay. Ding dong, the bigot is gone. For a little while.
What's up, guys? This is now my third time trying to record this video. I think that goes to show just how fucked up I am, because I'm usually like a one-take guy. It's been a couple days. I've been gone for about 5 days. Maybe you haven't even noticed. You probably haven't even noticed. If you see this video, it means I'm already gone. Title of the video: Techie, I thought you were dead. This video title scared the shit out of me.
Only if it's not true. Not the dead part. I'm not wishing death upon anyone. I'm just saying you being gone from the internet. That would be glorious. But no. If you don't know, that, by the way, because the guy didn't really pop up on a lot of people's radars until, like, a couple years ago. He really started leaning into the whole anti, LGBTQ plus stuff. But he was a co-host of one of Asmongold's shows. They had the Steak and Eggs podcast. He was signed to Asmongold's label, OTK. And for a long time, definitely seemed like one of the more powerful and popular bigots on the internet. Like, he was, 10,000, 20,000 plus, kind of like, no, he wasn't the 20,000, but he was in the 10,000, kind of like 8,000 to 10,000 live viewers, and the professional style React Andy / gamer guy who really started leaning into the I hate trans people, I hate queer people, I'm sick of it, I hate DEI, I hate all this like wokeness, representation. Just kind of one of those people who started just really turning that shit up, right? And just accelerated it. He eventually kind of like really knocked heads with Hasanabi, in large part because like there's just this weird kind of like, people think of the creator space as instantly the drama space. So when it came to like Hassan, it was like, well, Hassan is pro-Palestine, I guess I am going to be anti that because I'm anti-Hassan, and now Hassan is arguing with like, my daddy Asmongold, so I'm going to be anti-Hassan, and then Hassan seems to be pro-trans rights, so I guess I'm anti-trans rights. I'm going to define my beliefs based on his beliefs, and live in his bizarre shadow, or whatever you want to call it. That was kind of his lane for a while. And then it got exposed that his father was one of the most prolific sexual assaulters and harassers in U.S. military history. So much so that like bills were introduced to try and protect women in the military based on the horrendous and horrifying activity of his own father. Now, he had brought his father onto his own show multiple times. He'd brought him on to the podcast with Asmongold multiple times. He'd also exposed other people, including women, to his presence. This, absolute monster creep. He's also someone who himself had been accused of sexual assault as well as sexual abuse by women, and that I don't know where that is headed right now. I know that there apparently is a police investigation into him for that kind of stuff. He denies it outright. He was also downplaying the severity of how bad his father was, and then because of the fact that more attention got brought to it, it eventually got revealed that his dad is the horrifying monster that he is. He then had this whole breakdown stream where he tried to like blame it on Hassan, which was also really weird. I was like, this guy is just such a fucking coward, like just a baby man, where he would do these streams where he was just like, oh no, I can't have a relationship with my dad, thanks Hassan. And I was like, but why? Because now people know, or because of the fact that you have to acknowledge that if you want to bring him onto your streams and be frenzies with him in public, that he's also a monster, there's that. My mom worked with several of the women who testified in Congress. She runs an organization. Oh, wow, interesting. He's such a fucking weirdo creep. And then he was a weirdo creep who started doing this thing where every week I felt like he was trying to be nastier and nastier publicly to get more attention and more eyeballs on him. Anyways, this all kind of, I guess, really hit a cliff for him last week because it got exposed that he was one of the worst offenders when it came to the bot scandal. If you hadn't heard, Twitch started implementing algorithmic changes to cut down on the amount of people who had bot viewers, people who were watching people's streams and who were using bots to either inflate their streams, do fake chatting, stuff like that. And some of the worst offenders happened to be in a network known as One True King, aka the OTK network run by Asmongold. A lot of the people who used to be in it, by the way, I should stipulate, he and Asmongold are no longer a part of it. But yeah, a lot of them were revealed to be some of the worst offenders. His was so bad that he went down from like the 9,000 viewers all the way down to about 3,000 viewers, and he was so embarrassed at that he was actually doing like begging, like e-begging to his fans, be like, come on guys, open up the stream in another tab, come on, if any of you could open it up, like blah blah blah, you know, let's make sure that we can bump up the numbers, all that kind of stuff. Like, just wild. Absolutely wild. That's why you have less viewers. Well, people were jumping into my streams too, and they were like, okay, Lance, on YouTube you get like 500 viewers, and on Twitch you get like 200 to 300. You're 700 to 800 Andy, and you're making fun of a guy for having 3,000. I was like, but I'm not lying to you about like what I'm at or where I'm at. I'm very proud of it. That's kind of like where I think that I have a good lane. I like being able to read the chats, you know, and they move at a certain speed, and I don't mind taking a day off. Right now I'm not even streaming on my main YouTube channel. I'm streaming on a little baby one because I want to have you know, that channel get better views and stuff like that. But like, I'm not here sitting being like, yeah, no, I am a 4,000 live viewer person all the time, every time. Doesn't matter what I'm covering. And then it turns out that like you or a company you're paying is bot farming, like getting bots to watch you so your numbers go like this. And I mean, that can only take you so far, right? Like, you will eventually either get caught as he did, and embarrassingly so, or at a certain point you're gonna have to accept that like they'll crack down on it, right? Because it doesn't make sense for a company as big as Twitch or as big as YouTube to try and have fake view streams to that excess. Like, if you are normally getting 3,000 live viewers, but you inflate it to look like 8,000 to 9,000 live viewers, like that's really bad.
You can never stop clickbaiting, man. That's the name of the fucking game. Maybe some of you guys have noticed the stopping of YouTube uploads. Maybe some of you guys have noticed the stopping of YouTube streams and Twitch streams and even Twitter posts. But I've now been content creation free for a while now. And just to give the TLDR, there's going to be a pretty rambly video. So, I mean, maybe some of you guys will like it. Maybe some of you guys won't. No. But I'm going to be gone for a while, guys. And I want to let you know, if any of you guys think it's because of me streaming or me being stressed because the YouTube's, you know, upload schedule, it's not. I love content creation. I do. It's just the culture that I have a problem with. But if you're just here to know this, no, I'm not coming back yet. No, I'm not going to be back for a while. And yes, I do miss you because I love you. No, I miss making content for you guys. I really do. And I will say, expect a couple YouTube uploads, maybe like one a week. I'll just be talking to you guys about whatever comes into my mind, maybe more. But I needed to get away for a while. I really did. In case you're wondering why, there are evil people on this earth that are currently making my life fucking miserable. Even more than you guys know. It is deeply personal shit that I'm having to deal with right now. And a lot of it, and I'm not going to go into this too much, but there's a lot of very dangerous things happening in my life right now that I'm just trying to take care of and take care of the people around me, the people who I love. And I'll probably talk about that later. But when I do come back, I'll post about it on Twitter. I'll post about it on YouTube. And just thank you guys for staying subscribed. And thank you guys for liking my videos. And I look forward to coming back to content creation for you guys. But once again, it's just not going to be for a while. So now with all that out of the way, hopefully I can feel better. Just getting some things off my chest for why I'm kind of going and, you know.
Who's the dangerous? Wait, what? What's going on? I don't know. Is he being hunted by mercenaries or something? It sounds a lot more serious than what it is. Like, I like how, you know, people who you can trust, say like a lot of lefties, they'll just be honest, like, I just need a break from my mental health. And I'm like, I get that. That makes sense. I hope you take the time off you need, and I hope that like you help out, you know, with whatever's going on, and you, if you feel up to it, return back stronger than ever, or you come back and you're like, I don't want to do that anymore. I don't like it. I don't like having all the combativeness or the politics or that kind of stuff. Been in Denims chat 1 or 2 times a month. Oh my god, I forgot about the Denim shit. Like, he was obsessed with Denims. He was obsessed with fucking being the biggest fucking creep you can imagine towards Denims. Not only was he doing this kind of shit where he'd be like, sorry Denims, not really interested in you in that way, huh? Yeah, maybe if you lost a couple pounds, but even then, not gonna do it, you know? And then Denims is just like, I don't normally leak DMs, but like, this motherfucker will not like relent, so here you go. Turns out it was quite the opposite, actually. He was sliding into her DMs and trying to do this whole thing like, hey, do you want to like play like Mario Kart or something online? You haven't answered yet. Yeah, no big deal, but you know, it would be cool if you did. And then, of course, he's gonna make all this content as soon as it becomes like, you know, within right-wing circles trending to do, where you start attacking Denims, right? Like once Ethan Klein started attacking Denims, once there was like this, you know, concern that a whole bunch of other bigger name streamers were going after her for a variety of reasons, then all of a sudden you're seeing all this Denims hate content popping up all the time. And then of course, yeah, he jumped right on that, right? And yeah, making like really sexual harassing jokes, you know, and I guess like at the end of the day, that's just basically who he is. But I was just like, that's so funny.
That I've been saying. I'm a guy where I've been doing this for nearly 7 years. 7 years coming up in December. And I always think that I'm okay. I do. I'm not. And I know I'm not okay. I wasn't sleeping well.
Oh shit, I totally forgot. He blocked me. I can't remember what part of our interactions online made him do that. Had a surreal conversation with another streamer this morning that was really eye-opening for me. If you've only seen the tweets and clips that circulate online about me, you were 100% justified in thinking that I'm a monster. Kind of funny, to be honest. And then Nyara says, I only read your ex's docs on you. That was enough to think that you're a monster. Yeah, no shit. Don't make me call my dad. This is so fucked up. Like, he's just straight up in this one being like, yeah, well, my dad could rape you. Like, Jesus Christ. He was just constantly getting just like, you know, little teeny baby fucking bans, by the way, like never getting actual like long-term bans despite like all of this really, really fucked up, you know, humor and stuff like that. I'm going to put in quotation marks, but yeah, rape threats.
I wasn't happy. I was crashing out over things that didn't even bother me. I was saying things I didn't mean. Like, for example, I told another viewer to kill themselves. And I know that's no big deal, but I really just shouldn't be saying that shit, you know. I shouldn't be saying that shit. It's gonna be a hard one to stop, but like, I don't like when I let things come out of my mouth that I don't feel like I could have stopped. Yeah, I feel bad for that shit. I really do. But the problem in my life is that I'm a guy who lost a lot of shit because one evil person decided to lie, and the internet ran with it.
So here's the leaked texts from Denims. She said, going to make a special exemption and share these DMs with the public. Do with this info what you will. So this was Tectone sliding into her DMs. Yo, you want to play Marvel Rivals sometime? Sorry, it was Marvel Rivals, not Mario Kart. I got the game wrong. I know we've had poor. So no response, by the way. Time goes by. I know we've had poor interactions in the past, and we both said pretty awful shit to one another. But I kind of don't want to hold grudges on people anymore. All good if not. I mean, all good, right? All good, you know, if you don't want to play Marvel Rivals. That's cool, that's cool.
And now, I'm being told, even more so, that I can't talk about anything. And I need to watch everything that I say. And I just can't operate underneath this. I can't operate like that. I can't.
Also, super fucked up. I can't say anything. I have to watch what I say. How old is this dude? Is he like mid-40s? Because like he looks mid-40s. Not like to not for nothing here, but like you're a grown-ass man, a multi-fucking millionaire, I assume. Even if it's true that you have 3,000 live viewers on a regular basis, that's a fuck ton of money. That is enough money through ad revenue, through having. He has a channel with like almost 1 million or over 1 million subs, right? This channel has over 1 million subs. Am I wrong in that? He's got 1.11 million subs, all right? You're a grown-ass multi-millionaire, super successful fucking streamer. That's your living. And yeah, you're a public-facing figure. You have a large audience. Many of them, I'm assuming, are young teenage boys who just love your edginess. All this guy does in his live streams and his kick streams is drop slurs and fucking try to justify his slurs. The other day, he was dropping all these F-bombs, and in the middle of it was just being like, I think that like people at the end of the day, they can't say like the F slur anymore, but he actually uses it. He's like, they can't say the F slur, we can't say the N word. Basically, all we have back is like the R word, and then that's what we used to call each other, you know? So now, instead, they call each other like rapist and pedophile. That's why they're using these words. That's why they call anyone they want like a rapist. I was like, no, women accuse you of sexual assault. That's why people call you a potential rapist, and your father as well, for the exact same reasons. Again, it's like a fucking legacy of rape here. But that notwithstanding, you, of all people, is like, I can't say words? He's 31. Jesus Christ. Wow. Time has ravaged your once useless looks. But yeah, okay, fine. He's 31. You're a grown-ass 31-year-old. You are a multimillionaire. You have over 1 million subs. You probably pay a mortgage, motherfucker. Who are you to stand there and be like, I can't say what I want to say anymore. I gotta watch what I want. This is the kind of shit that we tell 5-year-olds and 6-year-olds. Like, yeah, please watch your language when you are around these adults. In that way, you'll be able to not get in much trouble all the time, little Billy. Like, what the fuck? Oh my God. It's just so wild because I was like, this guy has not met a slur that he doesn't love and use. And I have no sympathy for the guy who spends all day online trying to make like gay kids and trans kids' lives scarier. It's the same thing. Him, Jordan Peterson, all these pieces of shit. If they want to change, if they want to suddenly become good people and not live in hate, because it seems like hate not only ages you horrifically, but it also makes your life miserable. Like all of them are like, I just, I'm so sad now. I don't know why I'm angry all the time. I'm telling my own fans to kill themselves. No one loves me. All this kind of shit. It's like, well, there could be a lot of reasons for that. But like when you are centering a lot of what you do on just hating people for life, yeah, it looks miserable. I guess the money's not worth it. The fame's not worth it. None of that really fucking matters at the end of the day.
I'm a guy who tells you guys everything. I'm the guy who likes breaking the distance that a lot of these people in this space who lie to you, I like letting you guys know on what's actually going on. And that's why a lot of people can't stand my ass. And there's a lot of other reasons too. I mean, I'm fucking loud, bald, weird looking. I don't want to say ugly. Well, I'm working on it, okay? I'm down 100 pounds.
Honestly, no one cares about the baldness. Even if you were like, hey, I'm weird. I'm like, yeah, whatever. It's the hate. It's just basically you punching down 24/7, You making people whose lives are already hard even scarier. Because now they got to sit around being like, oh, fuck, what's that guy saying about trans people today? What's that guy saying about fucking black people today? What's that guy saying about gay people today?
Right, I'm really trying my best here. But man, like, I haven't showered in like 2-3 days or some shit, bro. I'm fucking going full like grease goblin right now, man. It's gross. Oh, I got a new tattoo, by the way. It's mango with the
Who cares?
Life. I'm very excited about that. But yeah, the problem with my life currently is that I don't get any time to feel okay. I don't get any time to relax and say, I'm good, I can chill for the day. And what do I mean by that? My problem is so much of my life has been taken away from me by a lie that I don't get to go to sleep and think, oh, well, I didn't do anything bad today, so I'm all good. Back in the day, I was like, oh man, I fucked up. I know they're going to clip that. And that.
Oh, is he really talking right now about the accusations of sexual assault? Is that it? Is that what's really getting him down?
That's going to be on this Reddit. That's going to be on that Twitter. That's going to be on that fucking forum. They're going to fucking rip into me. And that's comforting. Because then knowing if I don't do anything fucked up, then I'm fine. The problem is that because I'm now in a position where there's this massive lie told about me, I never get to rest, ever. I wake up every morning in the middle of the night just wondering, did they lie again?
I'm assuming it's this. I can't think of anything else that he's got that is quite this horrifying. Tectone says girlfriend made a series of social media posts discussing an abusive past relationship. He was an abusive partner. He totally crushed his self-worth. She describes being forced to do sexual acts and being told that sexually performing was her job to him. She also states exes of her partner told her that they'd faced similar abuse. Pink Chew did not specifically name her abuser, but across the thread of an accompanying replies and posts, she states that the former partner was a notable streamer who had lived with. Tectone himself made it clear that the allegations about him when he issued multiple angry responses across social media. He threatened to sue his former girlfriend. Tectone stated that she was lying about the abuse and threatened to take legal action. I did everything for you. I helped you with everything. I fixed everything for you. I was there like nobody else was in your entire life. Her words, not mine. That's one of the accusations. He's got others.
Did someone else lie? What false narrative is the public going to believe about me? And it's annoying as shit. Like, once again, I love YouTube. I love Twitch. But the culture of the internet is fucking terrible, where good people have to worry about being considered a horrific person due to things they've never even done. It's crazy.
So the other accuser, Justa Minx, accuses Tectone of allegedly sexually assaulting and degrading his past partners. Twitch streamer and YouTuber Becca Justa Minx recently accused fellow streamer Tectone of abusive behavior with past partners in light of the latter's recently announced entry on Kick. She also made a mention about Tectone's father, who has previously been convicted in multiple counts of sexual assault. Just a reminder, this dude supports his father, who's a rapist and who got an anime tattoo to feel better after sexually assaulting and degrading his past two partners, but okay. I've had interactions with him myself in private, but this video will really shine a light on some of his worst abuses. I don't know if I have time to watch a 1 hour video right before.
Tectone joined OTK, or the One
We did
True
watch
King
this in
streaming
full, though. It was really
organization
bad.
on November 21st, 2021, with streamers such as Osmongold,
Sometimes.
narcissistic
Yeah, it goes
sassy
through.
gay
It goes
men
through
tell his then wife that
details
she isn't
about how his ex-wife basically. That's the like footage you can see on camera. He's basically openly abusing her. He's very, very manipulative. And then he has other people claim allegations of sexual assault, allegations of abuse, allegations of emotional and physical manipulation, stuff like that. And he goes through the history of it. And then his response has consistently been pretty much the same every single time, just being like, that's not true. This never happened. They're just trying to like manipulate you for money, etc.
Now, I will say that chapter is coming to a close soon. And I promise you guys, when I get to close this chapter, this year, by the way, I'm going to make some fucking...
Like one of the other, like, you know, statements that was made. How are you supposed to feel if a guy is abusive and makes you cry, then shoves your head on his crotch and demands that you suck him off, and his excuse is, emotion just turns me on when you cry? Or when you ask him that you don't feel comfortable doing something sexual, he records you and demands you stop making faces and pretend you like it. Or you say you don't want to do it anymore, and he shoves your head down till you throw up. Guilt trips you into giving blowjobs and says, do your job and don't pay rent. I took you from a water park, so you owe me. And then all you can do is sleep upstairs because you know what he's going to keep telling you to do. He doesn't touch you, doesn't have sex with you, just keeps you around as a blowjob machine. It degrades you, makes you feel ugly. Don't wear baggy clothes, straighten your hair, and at least wear eyeliner around the house. Your self-worth is totally crushed. I hate when people warn me. I didn't listen because I was so manipulated. I hated that I was lied to when another girl who went through worse was trying to come forward. Me and her are good now, but I should have listened. When you're in it, you feel blind to reason. I see some of the comments are worried, and I just want to let you know that I'm out. I have my own place. I feel safe. You don't need to worry anymore. I've been taking it one day at a time since this. His like in that video that goes through all the receipts and all the terrifying things he says, one of his like responses to this was not so much to like just straight up be like, oh, that never happened, like, you know, all those accusations of the blowjob and stuff. It was that like I have evidence and receipts that you know, I was not charging rent in exchange for blowjobs based on like this receipt here that shows that, like, you know, that never happened and stuff like that. Like, just unbelievably fucked up.
banging ass content. I'm not gonna lie, the content is gonna be fucking fire. React slop for the piggies, let's go. Hey, that person's video, that's mine now. Yes sir, react slop. But no, I actually got some cool events planned. I got so many future plans. It's like, I know I'm gonna close this fucking chapter of my life and move forward. I'm looking forward to that shit so much.
So in summary, what's basically happening here is he's not quitting, he's not going anywhere, and he's just going to continue to be a fucking piece of shit bigot. But what he is doing is that I guess something's happening behind the scenes that we're not privy to, maybe involving the police investigation into him, maybe involving a potential lawsuit that's taking place by, I don't know, ex-partners, prior partners, people he's sexually abused or something to that effect. I can't say. That would all just be, you know, speculation. There's no way of completely of knowing what's happening behind the scenes unless he's willing to tell people. But it is pretty telling just talking about how and showing how miserable all this shit is making him, when at the end of the day, I mean, that makes sense, right? Like, if all you're doing is just being a hateful bigot and doing it for clicks, at a certain point, like, it does seem miserable.
I'm gonna be gone for a while, guys. Come back, I'll post about it on Twitter, I'll post about it on YouTube, and just thank you guys for staying subscribed, and thank you guys for liking my video.
I mean, it would be awesome. I'd just say the only benefit to all this is that, like, every single minute that he is no longer making content, it's one less minute that someone who he targets on a regular basis no longer has to be subjected to it. Like, that's the other sad part, because he does make a lot of people's lives scarier.
Thank you so much for watching, everyone. This video wouldn't be at all possible without the financial support of all the people whose names you see on the screen right now. And if you want to unlock secret bonus episodes, content that we can't post anywhere else, or get the videos early before anyone else gets to see them, please go on to patreon.com/theserfs. For as little as $1, you can help support this channel and help make more videos like this possible. Our executive producers are Anna Loves Riley, Adrian McCarthy, Bobby Lasers, Cheryl Alvarez, Comrade Junkie, Doug Caddy, Everything Important, Garrett Sandoval, Hagbard Celine, Jimmy Sombrero, Multimondi, Omni, Political Papi, Preston Kroll, Quiet 185, Richard Boehm, Riley and Anna, Roller Dragon, Cernicus, Stellar Gwyn, Sebastian Demel, Tigwick, Trav, and Words Greenwood. And also, it wouldn't be possible without all the names you see on the screen right now. Again, if you want to help produce this content, it's only made possible through the funding of our patrons.